This project here at Wembley is key. In recent times, it's probably not had enough love. The obvious building needs a refresh, there's no question about that. But I think the real key here will be refining our workflows and regain that sense of innovation, making this the place where creation starts and we're able to then elevate and improve care for all of our patients.
The key values that make private care attractive to patients, I think, are that they want personalised medicine, they want their choice.
It's all about the patient. How can the patient be more satisfied with their care? How can their outcomes be improved? And how can the staff feel more rewarded by delivering care to the patient in a coordinated way?
It's been really exciting. We've got a lot of people, as you can see, a lot of post-it notes up on the board, and we're actually starting to get into the framing session. We're starting to think through what are some of the ideas. We've spoken a lot about the importance of customer service training, making sure that becomes a mantra of who we are as Genesis Care and how we interact with our patients.
It's not just about the physical making them well, it's the emotional support.
This is a great opportunity to really start from scratch. Work out where our workflows will work best, where our teams need to be able to meet and collaborate, and by bringing them together through the design reconfiguration, I think it's going to allow the staff and to some degree the patients as well to have a tangible ownership of what the outcome will be.
The concept is really to bring all the communication into the same space and work together as a team rather than as a production line.
If we can start taking some of the treatment reviews or taking some of the pressure off them, it will have like a calming flow.
I think in the new model, while the nurse is doing the pre-interview or whoever's doing the pre-interview, that's pre-reading time for the doctors. So they will then do all their pre-reading in the hub and then they'll go into the clinic. So they've done a lot of that reading that they're going to do sort of well ahead of time.
It's kind of using your time more effectively, and at the same time remembering it's not just you, it's the patient. Let's use the patient's time more effectively.
In terms of redesigning the physical space, I think it needs to be slightly more welcoming, more relaxing.
There's an enormous desk between the doctor and myself. It's not the best way to communicate. Face-to-face, close, like this distance is excellent.
The configuration may need to be altered slightly so it's not quite so confronting.
One of the things we're considering is more of a pod design. These pods would be for a range of staff to interact with the patient. So we're trying to think about it more in terms of hosting a patient rather than consulting a patient.
It feels very open and exposed.
We think we can do a lot better than just have the patients sitting around looking at each other. In the envisaged new state where we can offer that highly personalised care, we think it can look something more like that. This is another aspect where we have just not a particularly pleasant place to stay. And then here, different types of seating arrangements and a much more open, friendly space for the patients to wait. When we think about the patient experience, to walk into a bunker, it's not very inviting.
It is a little bit overwhelming with the big machines and it's cold and it's sterile. But thank goodness the girls are great.
As a concept, we think that bunkers should look maybe something more like this. Obviously the use of light, keeping it open and airy, trying to sort of warm that up and make it more friendly.
After all the Phillips interaction and the interviews and discussion, there was definitely great enthusiasm, great buzz, everyone wanted to know everything, and I felt really energised about it all and was really excited. If you've got happy staff, it'll translate to happy patients.
The landscape has changed and the expectations have changed, and we need to come back and raise the bar here at Wembley so that people understand that this is the premium private service in Western Australia.